It is to no surprise that most of the new shows and movies being released this year are complete and utter garbage. Lots of films are getting abysmally low critic ratings, and we all know what happened to both Marvel and DC cinematic universes. Over time, we can see how bad the writing and overall production value of our beloved franchises have been. A video from Adam Conover, the guy from Adam Ruins Everything, has been one of the members of the writer's strike that has been standing on the picket lines along with other writers and showrunners. It is a beautiful yet ironic sight to see that the guy that's popular for ruining everything is the one helping fix everything that's going wrong in the US film industry. So, as regular people, why should this really matter to us? Before I answer that question, let's see the full picture as to why all these writers, showrunners, and actors are all outside protesting. Major news outlets like Vox, Wall Street Journal, and the CNBC have all done their due diligence and have given empirical evidence that justifies and reinforces the cause as to why Hollywood writers are refusing to work. Back then, writing for TV gave writers a stable and secure livelihood because of the number of episodes they have to write for. Now, with streaming becoming the norm, that format changed, and instead of having 22 episodes per season, they would usually get 8 or 6 episodes per season. Since they write less episodes, they get paid less because of the much longer waiting period. Since they work less hours, they get paid less money. In a nutshell, writing for Hollywood is essentially becoming a gig job where writers won't have good enough pay to cover their basic expenses. The sustainability of the job is at risk when there's profitable opportunities for executives to save more money, like the usage of AI to write scripts and screenplays. There's even a job posting on Netflix for an AI manager that disgustingly boasts an annual pay of $900K a year, but I doubt that will happen in the next few decades or so. As time went on, actors have also been going on strike, and in solidarity, some showrunners are delaying beloved shows to send a message to the executives that have been ripping them off. Some notable shows and movies being delayed are Deadpool 3, The Boys Season 4, Kraven the Hunter, and even some talk shows such as The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and Late Night with Seth Meyers. Notable names like Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller, and plenty more are going to the picket lines. Now you may ask, why the hell are these famous, well-paid actors protesting? Well, the answer is simple. They are protesting for their fellow actors. It is to no surprise that A-list actors are regularly getting big shot roles, which is why they make so much. However, background actors, and even most TV show actors, don't even get paid much. Kimiko Glenn, who used to be in Netflix's show Orange is the New Black, showed her residual check on the internet, and a lot of people were shocked to see that she was only getting paid $27.30, and even revealed that some of her co-stars had to do bartending and waiting tables just to get by. These actors are getting screwed over by streaming and network giants, which is why SAG-AFTRA is taking a stand and demanding sufficient pay for not just the writers, but the actors who have devoted their time and talent to be part of the TV shows and movies that people love. The response from executives, major networks, and streaming services are perhaps some of the worst statements I've seen involving the writer's strike. Bob Iger, who's the CEO at Disney, claims that the writers' and actors' expectations aren't very realistic. To put it into perspective, this guy is worth about $350 million and earns millions every year. To add to that, when the interviewer asked Iger why the expectation of sufficient pay for actors and writers is unrealistic, he can't even back up his own claim.
Quite frankly, very disruptive.
So they're not being realistic?
No, they're not.
Why not?
I can't answer that question. I respect their right and their desire to get as much as they possibly can in compensation for their people.
In addition, it sucks how Netflix seems to be unbothered by the strike. Not only have they made a job posting for an AI manager, but they have also stated that they're saving more money. According to South China Morning Post, Netflix basically jumped ship to their assets outside Hollywood, like Korean dramas and foreign language shows. They're also set on releasing 34 Korean titles this year, which is a new record for the streaming service. From the looks of it, they're just reinvesting the money they saved from the SAG-AFTRA strike to other countries so they can make more money. Just to be clear, I'm not blaming K-dramas or anything outside Hollywood, wherever Netflix is getting their hands on. It is just disappointing that instead of paying Hollywood writers and actors a fair share, they literally just take their business somewhere else instead of dealing with the problem at hand. With the whole strike roughly summed up, it begs the question, why does all this matter? Well, for one, this isn't the first writer's strike. The last strike was in 2007 and it lasted for about 100 days. A lot of TV shows were put on hold because a lot of writers were withholding labor for better pay. Late night shows took a major hit as well, since they heavily rely on writers to ensure the quality entertainment these talk shows give. The strike also resulted in some shows getting cancelled, but comparing it to this year's writer's strike, there is a lot more at stake. Not only does this involve the writing process, but this strike also keeps getting bigger and bigger. An article from The Guardian mentions that the VFX artists from Marvel are taking steps to unionize. With unfair pay and unsuitable working conditions, the discontent from how VFX artists are treated in their industry continues to negatively impact the movies being put out today. It goes to show how bad things have been getting in Hollywood when it comes to how its workers are being treated, and the writer's strike proved that it's only just the beginning. The writer's strike will change a lot of the movies and TV shows we'll see in the following years. Delays, cancellations, and even more delays are to be expected. Without well-paid writers, we won't have well-made content on both the big and small screens. As someone who's an avid fan of multiple shows and movies, this is such a huge letdown. But I'm willing to let that slide as long as the people involved in making the media I consume is getting paid fairly and their welfare well protected. As we move into a more advanced technological future, with machines and artificial intelligence seeping its way into the labor force, corporate execs see it as another way to make more money at the cost of a lot of livelihoods. As this strike continues, I genuinely hope that it comes to a fruitful conclusion for the people. Seeing writers getting screwed over by media corporations bothers me because I know a thing or two about being underappreciated and treated unfairly when it comes to creating something so valuable. Plenty of people have shown support for the writers on strike, and it's so amazing to see a lot of people come together to demand for something they deserve. Let this be a message to every corporation on any industry that likes to screw over their workers, that they are the ones in power and that they are the reason for their success. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.